so far?
Well, she makes sure she does stand out because she's almost naked the whole time. That is holding on for dear life. Yeah. That's what Julia Fox is doing. She's actually wearing body jewelry, but that trench was at the Pretty Little Things New York Fashion Week show. It was a collab with none other than Naomi Campbell. So the trench, fairy-like long black mullet hair extensions. But listen, whatever you think of Julia Fox, she's got confidence. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So good for her. Good for her.
That's true. In spades, she's got that confidence.
You mentioned Naomi Campbell, and so she was my pick, and she showed up at a stage to us that she's not used to people rooting for her. And it was just such a, but now she is in this era. I mean, it's sad it took this long, but people are now, like, I feel like she's fully come into a whole new side of herself.
Yeah.
And we are cheering you on.
Yeah. Bed. And I'm like, Lola, I'm not even tired. Go to bed. And now I'm like, I need someone to yell at me to be like, no, go, please. Go to sleep.
No, it's true. Yeah, I mean, right now, even like Jaya's asking me, like, what are we doing this weekend? Like, he wants to know, you know, play dates, blah, 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 blah. Remember when you were a kid and you were always thinking ahead? And imagine if when your parents said, what are we doing this weekend? Nothing. And you'd be like, oh, but now there is nothing.
Yeah. I feel like that's one thing from my childhood that I wish I could still get.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That was a nice little trip down memory lane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, chic? Is that the word?
I don't think that's the right word to use, right? Like, chic means like fashionable or trendy. Like, I don't think it's catching on. In fact, you know what's interesting is that, like, I think COVID was a huge thing. People thought people were going to be breaking up in record numbers. In fact,
she felt that, and I don't know if it was coming from the inside or if there was maybe people on the outside being like, oh, you're kind of damaged goods now. And she felt that and she wore it. So I get that feeling of feeling like you're less than or you are a failure or something. And in her case, it really hurt her. So if Emily is trying to say, don't worry, like, it's actually really chic, like, as a rebrand, I get it for that reason, not for the reason that this is something everybody should be doing.
I totally, when I heard her say chic, I did laugh. Or like, mystique.
Yes, you do.
Guys,
What is happening? Like, a memo went out that I didn't get, and I felt really bad about it, but then it was hard to fight those feelings. So when I wrote my book, Single Girl Problems, I did a little bit together. Your brain in your 20s is still making impulsive decisions, right? And you're getting
Of course.
it's a good point.
Right?
It's a good point.
I mean, I don't know. When I hear things like this, like, I both relate and I don't relate, because I think, and I hope there are women out there who are like me, but I'm not great at keeping house. Like, I kind of suck at it. And so I'm the opposite. I'm sure there are times where Jason comes home and is like, what happened?